Welcome back to Network Africa. The weather condition in Algeria appears to have gone from bad to worse, with heavy snow and freezing conditions, leaving many Algerians without electricity and heat. We'll have more on this story in this next report.
Heavy snow swept across the northern Algerian province of Midia this week, causing roadblocks, school closures and power cuts. People from the small village of Ain Malé said they were unable to receive supplies by road and were suffering with dwindling gas and power supplies ever since the heavy snowfall began. The Ministry of Interior and local authorities said in a statement that an emergency plan was in place to deal with the snow. The Algerian Civil Defense were on hand to clear snow from roads and near houses in order to reopen the roads.
The roads are open, but they are difficult to take. The Civil Defense Service is here to facilitate traffic movement and to help people in the region in this area.
The officers also helped open smaller mountain roads and guided traffic through the area. Residents of Ain Malé said the village had suffered an electricity outage and roadblocks for 4 days, with children unable to get to school.
We are completely isolated. We have been without gas and without electricity for 4 days. The roads are cut. Today, only after 4 days, the Civil Defense Services came to open the roads.
And with more snow forecast for the region, residents are concerned about further roadblocks and dwindling supplies of fuel.
Meanwhile, heavy rains have pounded the Rwanda capital Kigali overnight, causing massive destruction of property and infrastructure. The number of casualties is not yet known, but it is feared that as many as 5 people may have died and dozens have been left homeless. At least 800 buildings, including homes, schools and residential areas, plus a number of roads have been washed away and demolished. At least 4 Cameroonian soldiers, including a general, have been killed after a helicopter crashed in Bogo region in the far north of Cameroon. A senior military officer confirmed the death of the soldier, General Jacob Kodiji. The soldiers were on a mission in Waza Park as part of an operation to battle militant group Boko Haram. General Koji was the leader of Emergence 4, the name given to one of the operations launched by Cameroon against Boko Haram. He is the first Cameroonian general to die in the battle against the group, whose insurgency has spread across the border into Cameroon, Chad and Niger. At least 20,000 people have been killed and some 2.6 million others displaced by the violence. Energy ministers from OPEC and non-OPEC countries have struck a positive note regarding their agreement to cut oil output, as a committee is set to monitor compliance with the deal meets for the first time. 11 of OPEC's 13 members, along with 11 non-OPEC countries, have held their first meeting on oil deal compliance in Austria and have agreed to make cuts for the first half of the year. OPEC members, Nigeria and Libya, both suffering setbacks in production, were given exemptions. The minister said 1.5 million of almost 1.8 million barrels per day had been taken out of the market already, and 100% compliance is hoped to be achieved in February.
I am satisfied, I am optimistic. As I've said a number of times, the markets are on their way to rebalancing. It's just happening faster than it would have without the declaration of cooperation that we signed with non-OPEC.
For the extension of the another 6 months, again, as said earlier, we will review the data at the end of the 6 months period, and we will meet in Vienna in May, and we will consider the extension if required.
Here in Nigeria, normalcy is gradually returning to Madagali local government area of Adamawa State. The local government is among the areas annexed by Boko Haram for months before its liberation by the Nigerian army. And it's also good news for children returning to school, as the Catholic Bishop, Yola Diocese, is offering scholarship to 10 internally displaced school children.
Madagali, a town in Adamawa State, remains a target for the Boko Haram insurgents. The city has been attacked twice this year by suicide bombers. But things are beginning to look up for residents as normal life gradually returns and locals are beginning to pick the pieces of their lives. Schools in Gulak, Madagali local government area have resumed and the children are excited to be back to school after the insurgency. At the government junior secondary school, it's a beehive of activities as normal school operations pick up in earnest. For the teachers, the insurgency has really set them back, but they believe there's always a way out.
We gather the students from different areas, that is people from Botoko, Bakinduse, Humbli, the people that come here and settle. We decided, and the people that run away and come back, we settle here and we continue our studies successfully without no problem.
Although the presidential initiative for the Northeast is assisting in the reconstruction of some of the damaged facilities, students and teachers of these schools believe more needs to be done as some classes are still in bad shape.
We don't have chairs, we don't have chalk, and we have teachers complete. Our school, we need to build us new classes.
It affected us greatly. If you look around, these classrooms were burnt down. Not only that, all furniture were burnt down. Last time, I had to construct some seats for my members of staff, as well as some seats for our students. That's how we have been managing. Up till now, our people are still outside. They are not back in full.
Elsewhere at the St. Theresa's IDP camp in Yola, children and their parents are ecstatic. The Catholic Diocese is presenting scholarship to 10 internally displaced school children.
So, okay, congratulations.
A gesture many other IDP children are looking forward to.
Now they have gotten scholarship, they have gotten free education, which ordinarily nobody would have thought of considering them if they were in their hometowns and in their home villages. So we can say there is blessing in disguise. And I'm sure this is not the only blessing that will be coming their own ways. There will be also opportunities by the grace of God in the future. So I call on individuals, organizations, groups, and whoever that will be able to assist and offer scholarship to internally displaced children. I think it is an investment that with time, blessing will also come upon whatever organization or individual that offers such opportunity to these children, because we don't know what these children are going to be in the future.
With the resumption of academic activities in the areas affected by insurgency in the Northeast and the zeal by these children to continue with their education despite the security challenges, more assistance will be needed for these traumatized children to be able to meet up with their peers in other parts of the country.
And that's it on Network Africa. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Timmy Tokwe Fagbimi.